Hey everybody, welcome to the channel where I do CSS battles, the daily targets from the past. These are the final ones of 2023. We're almost to the year where I started doing them, which was in the fall of 2024. Right now we're on the 28th, zigzag, 29th, this teardroppy thing. I don't know what to call that. On the 30th, and then the last day of 2023 is this sort of negative space box. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so I'm going to do kind of my standard thing, and I guess the question is, how many elements is this? I believe when I did this before, I did it in 2 elements. Yeah, two elements. Let's see, or no, I think I did it in 1 element, and I think today I'm inclined to do it in 2 elements. So let's do that. We're going to set a margin of 0 because I think we need 2. Yeah, 2. Okay, so let's do the top one. 7, 100, 110. There it is, and then the height of this is 70, 80. 80. Okay. So, if we do this right, we will get, if we do this right, so what is this shape? I think I was a big fan of clip paths at the time. This seems like a gradient to me, and I think we do it in linear gradient with a background position and a background size. So, linear gradient at an angle, 30 degrees, and then we have a color that's minimal. Let's do like 10 pixels, and then transparent, and that's it. All right, so what do we get there? Our angle is wrong. That was minus 30. No, that's not right. How about, 120? There it is, 120, and then let's increase that. 3, 4. All right, the angle is wrong again. 1, 2, 3, 2. That looks right. How about 41 pixels? 42, 43, 42.1, 0.15. There we go. All right, we put this in the upper corner, and I guess we actually can't do transparent because we need to cover whatever it comes after, which is this. So 0, 0. 50%. No, repeat, or repeat Y. So we're repeating it on the Y-axis. There it is. And that kind of does it. Okay, so what's that width? So it's not 50%, it's what, 60? How about 55? 54, 55, 56. Okay, and then let's put the proper background color. So that's a single gradient. That's no good. How about 100 pixels? Okay. And then if we add another element, that's doubled. But what we want to do with the second one is use the sibling selector, to flip it, to rotate it. We can do rotate 90 degrees. No, 180 degrees. And that would do it. But I don't believe that's shorter than scale -1. And that does it too. All right, let's submit that and see if we got 100%. So that's pretty good. So we're taking a linear gradient and just applying it to do this angle, and we got 100% match. So that's the solution to that problem. You could also do it with, yeah, there's lots of different ways to do this one. Kind of a fun multi way to do this one. You could do that right hand side with a border, for example. That's be another way to go. Border right, border end, border, yeah, border right. All right, next. All right, this teardrop. So the easy part is the circle, probably, and I think the correct way to do this. What is the correct way to do this? So you could do an element with that's got rounded on the bottom and then has a clip path at the top, but let's try to do it all in the body. So we're going to remove everything but the background, and let's do a conic gradient to do the angled part first. And around the horn here, so 90 degrees and 45 is, so from 135 degrees, and I guess that inner part is less than. So when you do transparent for like 80 degrees, and then, so that's how you do that roughly. You need to put it higher, so at 50%, 20%. So that's 10, that's 20, that's 30, so 20. Eyeballing it. Okay, so how about the from value needs to go up 7, 8, 9, 140 degrees. That's pretty even. 41, 42, 41.5 degrees. That seems like a pretty good match. And so let's decrease this number. 79, 78, 77. That looks pretty good. So that's what we got so far. So let's do a radial gradient underneath it. You can see it. It's sort of a light going down. So we got this conic gradient that covers the whole thing, and then we have a circle or radial gradient, about 20%, and then a hard edge about 40. That's kind of the principle of the thing. Do we need the circle keyword? And a little smaller. 5, 30% at, oh, and look at that. So we've got a little treble, 50%. I'm moving this into place using an at, but we have where the tip of the the tip of this is a little higher, so that's kind of a bummer. So 46, 60. That's pretty good. So what do we need instead? What if we did this, instead of this way, we do circle at 50%, 0, and then move it into place using this, 50 BH. No, like 50% over, let's see, we need to move it downward, so 0, like that. Okay. So that looks pretty good. I was trying it with percentages and it just wasn't quite working. So let's do the same thing here. We do put this in the top corner and then have it be 100% wide and be only, what, 160 tall. And repeat only on the x-axis. And this inner color will be the light, and we got it. Well, almost. So that, now the vertical changes. 1, 2, 3, 30, 40, 37. There we go. Oh, the angle's a little wrong. How about 36? 0.5, 0.8, 40. How about doing pixel values? 40 pixels, 50, 60. All right, and then let's adjust these angles a little bit. That's pretty good. And then that degree angle looks like it's wrong now. All right, so that's 2 gradients. One for the top, which is that, and then one for the bottom, which is that. All right, so let's submit that and see if we got 100% match. A lot of gradient in that. A lot of complicated shape, but they're all just numbers. They're all a little intimidating, but this is stuff you could do. Like, you can learn how to do this. I certainly have internalized the syntax of these gradients to the extent that I can write it, and I'm just one of many people who enjoy doing this kind of work. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. All right. And lastly, we resubmit and get the right size. All right, and that's a better score than I've got in the past. So that's nice clean solution. Not too crazy with the optimizations. Next, I think taking a cue from this one. This is 2 elements. So let's start with the blank template. And we're gonna, I think right away, we do box. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I think we'll use the same technique, and we'll do a conic gradient for that top part, and then we'll do what a bar. Well, let's put some colors on the body, and then let's do a quick conic gradient. From 130 degrees at 50% 0. So that means it's going to come from the top. That color, 70 degrees, and then this color, 0. Sure. Let's say yes. And then we're going to do a border bottom, 20 pixels, 30 pixels solid, 30, 25. We're going to find out real soon. And there's how you do your border. All right, so we're too wide, or not wide enough rather. So we need to decrease 7. There it is. And then move down 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's change the height. So that height of 61 doesn't feel right. Let's increase this margin. There we go. All right, and then when we do another one, it's going to look identical. So we'll use a selector to flop it upside down. Scale of -1, which is actually turning it upside down on both axes, but we don't care because it's really like that, or really -1, -1. What we want is only for the y-axis, so we do 1 like that. But because if it's symmetrical, it doesn't matter. We just do -1. And that's good. And just a reminder that the text in there the text is upside down, right? The whole element is upside down. So it's not really appropriate for a lot of purposes to scale things in this way. But for design things, it certainly is fun. All right, let's get these numbers right. 33, 4, 5, 40. There it is. 8. Beautiful. All right, so margins. I guess what we need here is what a margin of 10, 0 or something. 20, 30. Okay, cool. That's a pretty straightforward fix for the margins that are between them. So is there an optimization to be made here? Because we know it's 30, 0, if I put this margin here instead, is that a win? Not really. I guess because of margin collapse, what's called margin collapse, that's getting negated on the top element. And that's fine. Do we actually need, yeah, if we just do 30 and then we do 40 here, do we get an optimization? A little bit. That's a little bit of an optimization. All right, let's submit and make sure we're at 100%. Let's find out. That is 100%. We'll take it. Let's get out of here. Tremendous fun. Minification. One additional character to shave. And submit, and we're done. And that is a better score than I've gotten. And then we close out the year with this really cute guy here. All right, so this is a fun one. I think I've used skew once before in one of the solutions of the videos that I've done. I've done it a few times, but I'm pretty sure this is one that I just did with a collect path in the past. So let's create our blank template, do a display, and put a var on this background color, --b, or I guess it's this default of this, and then if we have another one, very common technique for me here, we do --b is that color. And we need a selector to uniquely identify that guy. All right, now we do that. All right, now what do we need to do to put these into place? So at this point, the skew is a little unpredictable. So the next thing we need is we need to set heights and widths on both these things. So for 50, let's do 50 width, 50, just to get it there. And we need a display flex because we want them to be right next to each other. There they are. So what do we need to do to get them centered and to get them skewed correctly? What I want to do, so here's the skew. Transform, and it's going to be skew, and then we're skewing not on the x-axis, so skew of this is 0, comma, and then some angle, 20 degrees. So you can see that happening. How about, is it an even 30 degrees? I think it might be. So, and I guess we need it to be that needs to be a variable. So, and let's do it for fun. Let's do it as a calc. We'll do var, or do a calc of var, let's call it f for factor of 1 times, and then if we set that --f to -1, then the angle is like that. All right, now, that's a lot of work. Let's do justify content center. Take advantage of the niceties of flex, even though this is super long. It's big code, right? But let's get the numbers right of the element and get the skew and and the widths and heights correct. And then we can use margins instead of using flexes, justify, and align items, center, to close out the year. Okay, so now that we've got that, okay, we see that angle is a little bit off. Let's increase the widths of these first. 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, even 100. We like it. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, now let's play with the angle. 31. Let's go to 40. 30. 25. 26. 24. 25, 26, 27. We're just eyeballing it. 27 degrees looks pretty good. Yeah. Is our height is too tall. How about 80? Or no, our height is not high enough. Is it just 100? Okay. It's a little bit of funkiness there on the second one. 26.5 degree. All right, let's submit that. And this closes out the year 2023. Super fun. I'm glad I used the skew because my inclination is to do the easiest way, and that is 100% match. So we'll take that. Now, is this longer? This is pretty long, right? We got the skew. We could also do a transform skew Y of 26.5 degrees, which is pretty short. And then for this one, we do the negative value. Or we do var, var of what, F for factor. It's more like angle now, but that's pretty good. We'll take that. Here's the diff. Resubmit. Oh, and then we still got the justify content, and we want to not have that. So what do we need to do to get these into place? It looks like they're going to be portable, so let's move them over first, over on the x-axis. So 7, 8. Oh, they're 100 wide, so is it just 100? And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 84, 100. And we got the display flex. That's a lot of characters removed. So that's pretty great. I like that. All right, let's minify and close out the year 2023. We submit, and was this a good score? Yes, it's a good score. All right, so once again, that is the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st of 2023. Some really fun daily target CSS battles. Interesting thing comes to mind. This one in particular has lots of different ways you could do this. So like just for practice, like you could do this all with angles. Like I think that you could do this with a conic gradient whose origin was outside the box itself, and have it be, that would be pretty neat. You could do it all with a clip path, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, and that's another way to do it. Super cool, super fun. You could even do individual elements for each one, and then just do it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make cool stuff with CSS. CSS is awesome. Be good to each other. It's rough out there, super rough. Got to be kind to people and seek justice. All right, that's enough from me. Take care. Bye.